welcome to the very first episode of The Mama Rose Show with your fabulous host, Mama Rose. Thank you so much for joining us, and Cooper has joined us as well for this. So, it's a very interesting world out there, isn't it? And thankfully, some have people in their apartment with them, and others don't. You know, I'm very fortunate to have a great publicist and boyfriend, Brian Geldin, here with us, and of course Cooper and Isabel. So with the purpose of this show is to broadcast some great performances, interviews with fabulous, talented people, and interviews with Cooper, who's just amazing. So, coronavirus, how's it affecting you? A lot of isolation. You know, it's such a difficult time to be isolated and feeling alone. But the important thing to look at is the positivity of all of this, because yes, we're going through a lot of things that are truly difficult, but there are positives to this. We're able to get to know our loved ones better through video conferencing, emails, text messages, and even in the home. So just look at that as a positive, because communication is so important, and it seems like it had been lost in this world. You know, yes, we're isolated, but there are many things that we can do. You know, for me, I'm cleaning a lot, which, as many of you know, is one of my favorite subjects. And laundry, you know, we're able to keep clean and keep things away, as well as researching and trying new things. Here I am, live in front of you. And it's just so exciting because I've wanted to do this, and I'm also able to communicate with you and tell stories and remember the good times and look at the future ahead of us. So just remember, life is difficult now, but it doesn't mean that it will be forever. We just have to stick together and be together virtually and soon in person. And believe me, once we're back in person, it's going to be so amazing. So I have a great topic that I do want to bring up right now, and that is why theater and film are just extremely important. And for me, theater has been my outlet through life, and performing and stage managing and being Mama Rose and being given that title back in 2016. And it's just so exciting to share a production together, because we all work together as a team, as we need to do right now, is work together as a team to create a better world. And for theater, you know, it starts in the rehearsal studio and a script, a piece of paper. And it's the same thing in film. It starts on page, and then you build up to create the presentation. But why and what does it take to make this possible? And it takes teamwork, and it takes publicity and sharing your work, and as a writer, you know, creating that piece. So just looking at that, there's just so much that one can do, and now's the time to do it. Do it now. Write, dream, think. You know, look at the possibilities that one can have, and then turn it into a masterpiece. Now, we're going to have a special guest on the show, Brian Geldin, who is here with us in the green room, and he will be joining us to explain further what it is to be a publicist, and what quarantine is doing to him, and what bright future is ahead for us all. So please stick with us and just wait for the fabulousness that's going to happen. And we also have a special video performance of Mama Rose live on stage, in case if you missed it, from the hidden cabaret in the secret room. And believe me, it's so much fun. And once this quarantine is lifted, there will be many more performances of Mama Rose. So we will be back shortly with Brian Geldin, Public Relations Superstar. Welcome back to the Mama Rose Show with your host, Mama Rose. We have our special guest here, Brian Geldin. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Thank you, Stephen. It's great to be here. I'm so thrilled to be your first guest.
It's so exciting to have you. So, what has it been like in quarantine?
Well, as you know, we're doing the best we can under the circumstances. And we're trying to isolate and socially distance, which is very hard because we have so many wonderful friends out there. And I just wanted to say that we're thinking of you. We want you to all be healthy and safe out there. And if you need a person to talk to, reach out to us. We're here for you.
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing how many people are out there that are affected by this. It's in the hundreds of thousands, and it's so sad. But the important thing, as I was saying before, is to reach out and say hello, just check in on somebody. I mean, we've been in great close contact with our Italian friend, Nina, who has actually been the inspiration behind why I wanted to do this, because she's been doing some great videos of a daily check-in, which both Brian and I have enjoyed. So
they've been very inspiring. Please keep doing them, Nina.
Absolutely. So, what is publicity? I've always wanted to know what publicity is.
Well, in general, publicity is getting the word out about anything. In our case, entertainment. In your case specifically, show business, theater, cabaret, off-Broadway. We are the point of contact to the media, journalists, reviewers, critics, producers, etc., to publicize and promote whatever it is that you're working on.
Now, why is publicity important?
Well, you want to have somebody that has built relationships with the media to get them to talk about your show, your film, your if you're a musician, albums, so on and so forth, in the media to get attention because nobody's going to know about your show unless somebody talks about it. And it's our job to get the buzz out there and getting people to talk about it, to write about it, to interview you, to do reviews, so on and so forth.
Very good. It's very interesting, with publicity and having worked with publicists, it's so great to have that connection with somebody who knows all of these other people that you may not know about. So definitely, if you're working on a project for the future or had a project in motion that had to be postponed, make sure to get a good publicist, because it will really help you in the long run. So what else is going on in life, with right now quarantine of COVID-19? But I mean...
Well, it's very challenging out there because a lot of people are not working. But we do want to thank our essential workers, first of all, the people that are on the front lines, the doctors, the nurses, the people in the grocery stores. We have to be thankful that they're there to help us while we're getting through this. And if you're not working right now, I'm sure the majority of people are not working full-time, or if they have to work from home, you have to find ways to communicate to your coworkers and colleagues like you couldn't be in person, so now everybody's going online. They're doing Zoom conference. I just did a wonderful tutorial. I was participating as somebody learning from my friend Liz Nord, who did a wonderful tutorial of Zoom conference on Saturday. So thank you, Liz, for helping. I now know everything I need to know to communicate with people online through Zoom conference.
And I thank you as well, Liz, for helping Brian with this, because some of our future interviews with special guests will be done by Zoom. So, I mean, there's endless possibilities for communication, and, utilize them, because it's very important to stay in touch with people. You don't want to be isolated alone and feel alone. So if you ever need anyone to reach out to, Brian and I are here and happy to talk and help support you through this scary situation that we're going through. Is there anything else that you would like to bring to the table this morning?
Well, I mean, I think I want to first of all thank you for giving me the opportunity to work on my first off-Broadway show back in the fall. which was the Green Room at the American Theater of Actors. And we want to say hi to everybody that is out there looking to get back on stage, and hopefully this will be over soon enough. But I know that you're looking forward to that, as well as all the other people that we got to work with back then. And we did this wonderful cabaret, as you mentioned earlier, the Hidden Cabaret, where you performed for the first time on stage in 20 years.
20 years.
And I helped promote you in that as well. So
Yes.
you gave me the opportunity to not only, because I normally work in film, independent film and documentaries and film festivals, but to work with the theatrical world of off-Broadway and cabaret.
And a definite special thanks to Craig Horsley, who was the leading frontman to put me on stage after 20 years. But of course, that would not have been possible without Brian and connecting us all together. So we're looking forward to future fantastic performances. And as you will see on the Mama Rose show, there will be performances. And who knows, we may even have special guest performances. So just look out, watch out, and put on your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. So we thank you very much, Brian, for joining us
Thank
here.
you. Thank you, Cooper.
Yes, definite thanks to Mr. Cooper. So we hope that you have a wonderful day, and we will look forward to seeing you next time on the Mama Rose Show. Have a great day. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. But when he comes back, that day is one. The sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine. Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's